Cilantro really is an excellent herb. Not only is it tasty in things like tacos and pico de gallo and other things, and just even eating it straight, it's also really good for you. It helps your body to get rid of metals. But one of the things with growing it, it's pretty easy to grow, but you do have to stay on top of it, because if you don't, it can start bolting and go to seed fairly easy. So trying to make sure I stay on top of these before they go to seed. So right here is like the perfect height to go ahead and harvest it. Once it starts to get tall, like this one right here, the leaves start to change a little bit, and then that's when it starts to bolt and go to seed. So we're trying to avoid that as much as we can, because you can get a number of harvests from a cilantro plant. And we've gotten one off of these so far, so trying to extend it and get as many as we can. Well, it's raining once again. This is the 4th day in a row that we've had rain now, and it's going to continue to rain today and possibly even tomorrow. So it would be a total of 5 days of rain. It's been crazy and cooler than normal. And you can see how much rain we got by that wheelbarrow that should be turned over, but it's filled up with water right there. Alrighty, I don't always use an umbrella when I'm working out around the homestead, but since I'm carrying the camera around, showing you guys around, gotta carry this umbrella with it to keep the camera protected. But also look at these buckets right here. They are also been filled up with water from the rain. Not a runoff, just straight wide open rain. Also, you can see here the water that is running off from up at our permaculture orchard area shows that my drainage is working well in the way that I've excavated and moved the soil around, the dirt around. But it also shows you how much rain we have been getting. So before, the water would just run down the hill and all into our plants, and but right now the water has been diverted around, as you can see right there. It's draining down, draining down, draining down the slope, draining down, draining down, 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 on into the pond down there. So I'm glad to see that it's working. Let's go ahead and put this cilantro up at the wash and pack station and let it dry off, because there's moisture in the air big time, and there's still some moisture on the leaves of the cilantro. So I don't like to package any of our produce when it's just wet and soggy, because it'll make it go by faster. But you also have to be careful. You don't want it to dry out too fast either. Typically the cilantro doesn't take too long to dry, but with the moisture that's in the air, it will take a little bit longer than normal. I'm not totally afraid of it drying out today, just because our temperature has been lower too. So with the moisture in the air on top of the temperature being lower, it takes things a little bit longer to dry out. But it's the 2nd day in a row that I've been working with produce, harvesting them and then drying them. We've been doing greens for our lettuce mixes, our salad mix with lettuce and arugula. And I've been using this fan right here, this new air fan. It's been working really well. High velocity fan that's not too loud, as you can see. I can still talk and you can hear me, I think, fairly well. But as those are drying, we're gonna walk around and just check out some other areas around our homestead to see how they're doing. Just yesterday I was harvesting a whole ton of radishes. I want to say a bunch, but then that would kind of confuse you, because we do bunch our radishes and our root crops, but it was more than a bunch, it was a lot. And there's still just some remaining rejects, as I call them, still here. Didn't get a chance to clean up because it was just pouring down on me as I was cleaning them off. And I was standing in this mud right here, as you can see there, and that was just fun. But we did harvest a lot of radishes yesterday, so it was pretty exciting, and happy for the harvest that we had. Right now our chickens and ducks, let's check on them. Check on Greg, our guard goose. As I'm heading up to see one of our flocks here at the top of the property, I'm heading through where we are building our permaculture orchard, and I planted some squash here. amongst where we're going to be planting some trees, and they seem to be doing well. I see an area now that is a little low, so the water isn't completely running off right here. So I'm going to need to kind of shave that off once things dry out, so that way the water doesn't settle there, so that way it will continue to flow on down the hill with the rest of the water. But those are some of the things that you see. You just kind of refine as you go, and you can see it's kind of running down here. Just got to even it up a little bit, but other than that, things are doing what they are supposed to be doing. Yes, Greg, you hear me coming? Huh? That's Greg. We're almost up there. As I'm walking up there, I see a bed here that I want to show you that we're planning to work on once things dry out. Really get the bed prepped it up really nice. There's still some more roots in there, and we really need to get out. Plan to grow some things like corn in there, so super excited. We really haven't grown corn here, so it'll be exciting to see that. They're just continuing to grow more as we can. So let's head on up there and check on the chickens and ducks up here. So up here it's pretty mucky and wet. The ducks don't mind that. Greg doesn't either. We were actually planning to move them down closer to the pond with our other flock of ducks and open up the pond and let them have at it again. We gave the pond a rest. But the ducks don't mind this area up here right now. But the chickens do. The chickens aren't happy at all, and a lot of them are huddled up in the chickshaw. Like, I don't want to get wet. Crazy ducks, you can get out there. I'm not going to be out there. So we're going to need to move the chickens as well. Some of you asked about the property right near us that we've been trying to purchase, at least a small portion of it, to use for homesteading purposes. And I've put in a third offer and waiting to hear back. The first two got rejected, so we're really waiting to hear back, because I really want to get our chickens out into more pasture area, just because they're running out. And there's a number of things that I am doing with the permaculture orchard area here to have grass ways in a number of areas around the homestead, and that will be for our meat birds, so we can just run them in chicken tractors. But for our layers, I really would like to get that property. So please say some prayers for us. We're trying. So that third offer's in. See what happens with it. And speaking of the property, let's head over there and just see how it's handling all this rain. So right here on the edge of the property, through the poison ivy and some blackberries there, here we have. And it looks pretty good. Whoa, a little windy. Wind came through. But yeah, this would be so much better for our layers. Just moving them on here. It'd be so much easier to move them. So it is what it is. Wish we could get all of this property. There's a pond there, and then there's another one over there, and there's so many neat areas. But right now we're just trying to get a section here where we could efficiently operate and run our layers. We try to provide a lot of vegetation for our chickens and ducks, and we'll give them a lot of stuff from the garden, a lot of grass clippings, but it would just be a lot less labor moving them, having a system here with a really dedicated pasture area to do it. And we also use mulch too for where we have our chickens, just to make the area more sanitary, and add compost and things like that. But for having a nice sized flock of layers like we do have, we really need something like this. So like I said, we're doing what we can, put our prayers in, see where it goes. And I need to go back, check on our cilantro. Still have a little more ways to go. Still got some moisture on them. Man, it's starting to come down again. Man, it's really coming down now, and you can really see the water running off down there. I think it was originally forecasted to get about 3.5 inches of rain over this past couple days. But I think we have gotten about 5 or so. I hadn't seen it this bad since we had 2 hurricanes back to back a year or two ago. I think it was 2 years ago. So, but this might be the worst that I've seen it. It's a lot of rain, a lot of water. Should have bunched them when I harvested them. However, I didn't think I had any rubber bands left. I thought I used them all when I harvested the beets and the radishes yesterday, but I found a few. And speaking of rubber bands, with running out of them, or thinking I ran out of them 2 days in a row, I'm really gonna order a whole bunch of rubber bands and make sure we have them right here on our shelf where I know exactly where they are, which I thought I knew where these were, but just uncovered them under something. But these cilantros all good to go now. So we're gonna set this aside for our customers for tomorrow. Lacey's out delivering to some customers right now, should be back soon. And then I have to deliver to some other customers tomorrow. Oh, Lacey's back. Well, let's see how everything went and see her report on how all of our customers are doing. Out of there. Welcome back.
Hello, hello.
How'd everything go? Everybody doing well that you met and delivered?
That I saw, everybody's fine.
That's great. Brought some goodies back too, hopefully.
Maybe. I did stop at the grocery store on the way home.
Leave with goodies, come back with more goodies. And these guys are over here playing in our stream that we have right in front of our house. Hey guys, why don't we be some gentlemen and help out with bringing in some of the goodies Mommy brought?
Sure.
Let's go, gentlemen.
Mama, we're putting rocks in the water. The water will filter.
Yeah, here's some more stuff. Let's go. Let's grab some of the. Got apples, avocados, some mangoes, some yummios. Looks like we made a trip to Aldi, and I needed some more of these. These are some of the bags that we use for packaging our produce for our customers. We're looking for a biodegradable one, but haven't been able to find one yet. So if any of you guys know of a company that produces some biodegradable ones that are fairly priced, please let us know. Well, one for you, man. You carry some chips too. There you go. Don't crush my chip. I can crush you. Lift! Good lift. So the rain has been off and on here, and this is the first time I've actually seen the sun. It's kind of paying peekaboo right now. Hopefully it'll stay, but it doesn't look like it will. How was the rain when you guys were out driving around?
On and off. Off whenever I was driving, on when I needed to get out.
Hey, that's good. At least it wasn't on when you were driving.
But when I needed to get out, that's when it was raining.
Well, yeah. So where all did you go?
We dropped off in Harrisburg, and then went to Charlotte, and then on our last drop off, and then went to Aldi.
Aldi. Aldi's one of the places that we shop at, and we've had for a number of years now. Why do you like to shop at Aldi?
Well, you can find organic food a lot cheaper there, and you know, that's just where I like to shop there.
We actually shop at a number of stores, but Aldi is a place where we get the bulk of the items that we have. Just a little bit earlier, looking right out this window right here, you can see the stream that the kids were playing in. It was really flowing down from right up here down through there. And I personally think we've gotten about 5 inches or so of rain. It has been a lot of rain.
There's rivers that are out of the banks.
Oh really? On your way you saw a lot of rivers out of the bank?
On the way back down Flow Story Road, I think that's Rocky River, it was just out.
Man. So this is close. I'm not sure we've ever had this much, but it's up there. It definitely ranks up there. All right, it is starting to warm up, which is good. Needs to warm up to be the normal temperature. Actually sporting some Carhartt overalls. First pair of overalls that I've had probably since I was a kid. So I must say I'm digging them. Took a little bit of getting used to it first, but I'm liking them. So there we go. It's like I'm an official farmer now with some overalls. All right, Micah, go ahead and put your boots on. Come with me. I'm gonna go feed our chicks and give them some new water. Look at them. Man, they are growing. Big time. Each night it seems like there's a drastic change in how they look. And today it's even more drasticer. Don't think that's a word. But it's even more of a difference that we can see. So I am going to need to move these outside here in the next day or so, because man, they have grown. They're getting big, aren't they, Micah? They sure are. Wow. Good thing I made this thing kind of sturdy. All right, let's get them some more feed. Micah, could you fill up their feeder for me?
The feed not open, Daddy.
All right. Well, let's use a little bit of what's left here. This is the starter grower. This is actually our broiler mix. Our broiler mix there.
Daddy, I got a little bit in it.
Yep, we'll fill it up. It's got to be filled up all the way.
Daddy, I just gonna buy you a new feeder.
You gonna buy me a new feeder?
Got it.
Where you gonna get the feeder from? You gonna buy with your money? Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Mr. Wilbur, Daddy.
Yeah? There we go. A non-GMO broiler feed right here. You can get some of that. Just use all the other back too. While you're doing that, Mike, I'm gonna grab their water and fill up the water. Not all the way out, but almost. You get it filled up? Thank you very much. You gonna pick it up and bring it over here? Oh, you got some muscles on you. I'll help you out though. I got it. Before we give them the feed, we're gonna put some more pine shavings in there. I'm gonna do that a little bit more regular than we did when they were really small. No, don't pick the whole thing up. No, don't pick the whole thing up. Just hand it to me. Just take this lid off. Now break it up for them. There you go. Yep, break that. Break that bundle up for me. Thank you.
I got some in my food.
It's okay. We're gonna finish first. Yeah, I'll take this one off too. There we go. I'll give you some of this, Micah. You can put it on. There you go. You gonna spread it on for them? There you go. Yep. I think these chicks are about 3 or 4 weeks. I have to check the notes on it, but I'm pretty sure that's about how old they are now. So they had the heat lamp on now all this time. I think they're big enough to do without it. Besides, it's supposed to be 70 degrees to get today. So let's try it out, see how it goes. You cut it off, Micah? Thank you. This is our first time growing Cornish crosses, meat birds. So there's a learning curve to it. So we're figuring things out. They're definitely growing at a faster rate than the other ones by far that we've grown in the past. I think here very soon, next day or 2 or 3, these are going to go outside. We're going to see how they do first without the lamp, and then go ahead and take them outside in the chicken tractor. We'll split them up and do a first group in a chicken tractor outside on some grass. And you may be wondering, where you don't have any pasture, where are you going to put them at? We actually do have an area, a strip of grass, almost like a grass runway. A certain area, you go through the woods, and then there's this long path of grass that's perfect for a chicken tractor to go through for these meat birds here. So that's what I have planned now until we have the grass growing and developing our permaculture orchard. Let's go ahead and give them some feed now. These birds are always hungry. Their metabolism, chickens in general, metabolism is pretty fast, but these are faster than any of the other ones that we've ever raised. We're going to spread them out a little bit by just spreading out some feed on the fresh pine shavings. We don't need that on, Micah. So this will also help them learn to scratch a little bit and forward when they get moved out. All right, Micah. Well, thank you for your help. They should be good to go now for today. So make sure you guys stay tuned to see how we transition these birds outside, as well as there's a big surprise. Well, these are some new animals that we have on the farm, but we've been inspired to grow more and produce more food. And we have a new animal that we're bringing to the homestead. So make sure you stay tuned to see what that animal is. Let me know in the comment section below. Let's see your guesses. Which animal do you think it will be?
It's gonna be a neat ear like a T-Rex.
It is.
And it's gonna be a rat.
Whoa. No, it's not gonna be a T-Rex, but you'll just have to wait and see.